What's up guys, Marten here. So we've had some exciting days here since the bloodbath we had on Wednesday. And yesterday many cryptos made a new low, but now it looks like we're forming a temporary bottom here. So in this video we'll go through some of the big altcoins such as Ethereum, Ripple, Stellar and BAT. So let's get started here with the total altcoin short, the yearly short right here. And as you can see here, we've gone down here to the low and then a little bit moved to the upside. And the low was at 84 billion, but that was not the low of the year. Actually, that's over here. We had in September around 79 billion. So we've still not made a new low here. And on the 3-month chart, we can see here that we did go down to 84.2 billion here, but now we're trying to get up here again. And we go back here in time, we do see that there is some support in this area between 85 up to 90. So potentially that could hold for the short term. But now let's look at the real charts. The Ethereum short, the daily short, and the question is, are we forming a temporary bottom here for Ethereum? What happened was that this was the bloodbath day on Wednesday, and actually yesterday we made a new low here, just slightly below this Wednesday candlestick. But then we formed a pretty nice looking hammer here, almost a doji sign. So there were some buyers stepping in here, and today we're down about 2%. And what does this mean that we made a new low here? Well, it was actually a yearly low, not just a weekly low. So we do have the yearly low here around 165. So what does that mean then? The good case, that would be that this could be a yearly bottom. But the bad case, that would indicate that more lows are to come here in the near term. So perhaps down to the 135 area. But we'll look at the weekly chart a little bit later here. But in the very near term, we might form sort of a bear flag here. It's a little hard to tell at the moment. But if we were to make a move to the upside here, we're right now at 175, and we can see that there's resistance up here around 192, and also the 20-day EMA is right now at 198. So 192 up to 198, those are the numbers I'm looking at here. Obviously, if we were to go down here below 165, that would clearly be negative. So let's look at the downside move here, the weekly chart. Here it is. And this is what it looks like right now, the weekly candlestick. And if the week were to end like this would clearly be negative here. So that would indicate that we will get some more downside during the next week, starting on Monday. On the other hand, if we were to form a weekly hammer, this could give us some hope here for a potential move to the upside. But on the other hand, a move to the downside, that could indicate the next target here around $135. So that's it for Ethereum. Let's head over here to Ripple daily short, and it does look substantially better than Ethereum. You can see here on Wednesday we formed a almost a pretty good looking hammer, following yesterday with a new hammer, and we did not make a new low here. We actually closed in the green here, and today we're down I think, let's see, 3% at the moment here. But what's interesting here is that we are still above the 50-day EMA here. And that is very different from Ethereum. Just to make a comparison here, let's look at Ethereum. And the 50-day EMA is all the way up here. So quite a difference between these two. So Ripple is performing well here, I would say. And we're right now at this fib level 0.475. And we do have this descending trend line here. So we do have resistance up here around 0.493. So we need to penetrate this trend line to begin with and look for a daily close, preferably above 0.495, which would be near the 200-day EMA, the red line up here. So that would be the good case for a continuation to the upside here. And the downside move here, close below 0.45, which would be the next fib level down here. That would clearly be negative for Ripple. So let's look quickly here at the weekly chart as well. And we can see here that we look at the weekly, Ripple has barely moved at all, basically going sideways here. So that is quite interesting and quite different from many of the other cryptos. Now let's have a look at Stellar as well. So here's the daily short for Stellar, and it's also among the best performers here after the bloodbath on Wednesday. And yesterday Stellar made a new low here, but formed a pretty nice looking hammer here. And today we made a new high here. And we are right at this fib level here at 0.236. Interesting developments here for Stellar, because we've also penetrated this resistance line, this descending trend line right here. So we're actually above it now. So a daily close above this fib level, that will be good here for a potential continuation to the upside. Something like up to the next major resistance here is up in this area around 25.3 cents up here. You can see, go back here, there's resistance in this area. And a negative move here to the downside, that would be a daily close here below this fib level, 0.225 or 22.5 cents. So that would be the negative scenario. Now let's look at a weekly short. Here it is. And the weekly short does not look that very good here. We're clearly below the last week. And we're also, well actually, if we were to make a bullish case here, we would like to have a weekly close above this 0.27.5 area where last week closed, in order to keep going up here to the upside. On the other hand, it does look like we do have a M formation here. We made the first beginning of the M here, and then we went down, then up again, and now down. So potentially we could head down here even further. We'll look at the weekly chart down to the 50-week EMA here. The weekly chart does not look that good. On the other hand, we do have Saturday and Sunday left here, so a lot of things could happen in the near term. And the last one we're going to have a look at this Friday is BAT. So here it is, daily chart. And we looked at BAT all the way back here when we formed this very negative looking shooting star, and we were expecting a move here to set a foundation, and that's what happened. Go down all the way to the 200-day EMA, the red line here, and also the lower Bollinger Band. But we formed two interesting hammers here in a row, and today we actually penetrated this descending trend line as well. We're also above this fib level at 39.20. So right now near the 20-day EMA here, the green line, as you can see here. So daily breakout here, and we're right now up 5 to 6%. So if we're looking for a bullish case here, the next target, that would be somewhere up here between 4,300 up to 4,500. That is the next resistance level here on the daily chart for BAT. And what would be the negative move here? Well, that would be close below the 50-day EMA. So it's sort of hovering around the 50-day for 2 days here, but then we shut up today. But if we were to close below here, and that is right now around 3,700, that would be the negative case for BAT. So what about the weekly chart? Here it is. We're still in the green here against Bitcoin, and a weekly close near 4,500 up here or above, that would clearly be positive here. So that would indicate that BAT could continue to the upside next week, starting Monday. And that's all I have for this Friday video. And make sure to head over to our homepage, because we do have an article here about BAT. So check that out. And the latest article here is 3 reasons for this cryptocurrency market nosedive. So head over there and read those, and want to wish you a great weekend here as well. Goodbye.